My name is Ashley Bagadiong, and the name of my presentation is Hella Filipino. I am 100% Filipino. I am hella Filipino. Both of my parents are from the Philippines, most specifically Verac in the province of Catanduanes. My father immigrated to Chicago at the age of 19, and my mom followed 8 years later. Growing up, my parents would always tell me that they left their homes and their families in pursuit of better opportunities for me and my older sister. When I was younger, I would always complain and ask why they would immigrate to the Midwest of all the places in the United States. I still hate snow. My mom would respond that it is because we have family here. Again, I am hella Filipino. In fact, I am so Filipino that the first thing I always mention is the food. Filipinos love food. I've grown up eating adobo, lumpia, sinigang, and desserts like leche flan and puto. My family that lives in the States is not that large, but my family in the Philippines is enormous. I honestly don't know how many uncles and aunts I have because I call everyone the generation older than me tito and tita. In my culture, tito and tita are what you call not only your uncles or aunts, but your parents' friends, or anyone older than you out of the sign of respect. Similarly, I have the same issue with my cousins, who I call kuya and ate, which can refer to your older siblings or any older relative or friend. My family has continued traditions such as manopo, which is an honorific gesture performed toward an elder, such as a grandparent, where you bow your head towards their right hand and bring it to your forehead. The first time I did this, I was so confused because no one explained to me what this was or what it meant. But as I've gotten older, I've realized how much I value this gesture. But I haven't always been proud of being Pinoy. I grew up feeling like I was invisible. I was constantly searching for people who looked like me and had similar experiences to me. But growing up in America in a predominantly white community at a predominantly white school was not easy. Looking to mainstream media, there were very few Filipino American celebrities, so I clung to the likes of Manny Pacquiao and Lea Salonga. There were no Filipino American elected officials, local and otherwise. Even today, in 2021, there are no Filipino folks that currently serve in the United States Congress. In my history classes, I desperately wanted to hear the stories of Filipino immigrants in America. It was only later in my life, thanks to the internet, that I had the opportunity to learn about the accomplishments of people like Larry Itliong, who along with Philip Vera Cruz, led the Manongs in the Delano grape strike. It was these leaders who contacted Cesar Chavez to form the solidarity that would eventually lead to the United Farm Workers Union. At the time, I did not think I could be an organizer or a leader in any capacity. I did not think I could be famous or be part of American history books. I did not feel like I was represented through my elected officials, and I still don't. Growing up, no one told me that being Filipino American made me special. It only made me feel ostracized from my white peers. It was not until I came to Purdue that I realized that my cultural identity does not just make me different, it makes me a better leader. I say this because of the cultural values that my family has instilled in me since day one. These values, of course, are not representative of the experience of all Filipino Americans, but my own. The first values I will be discussing are integrity and perseverance. Historically, Filipino folks have endured many things. From 333 years of colonization from Spain, nearly a half a decade of colonization by the United States, and 9 years of martial law, Filipino folks have had to endure a lot. From my personal experience, I know what it means to be Filipino from the lens of watching my parents navigate being immigrants in this country. I grew up watching my parents work extremely hard to provide for me and my sister, how many jobs they had, and late nights they had to endure. This all while living in the diaspora without the same support system or culture they would have had in their homelands. Yet through all of this, my parents were able to hold true to their cultural practices and teach their children to be proud of their heritage. My parents have always made it clear to me that it is hard work to get to where you need to be, but it always will be worth it. For me, navigating leadership spaces has not always been easy. My organization, the Feminist Action Coalition for Today, had a total of 2 members when I joined it. It was the hard work and perseverance of myself and our small team of FACT members that have allowed us to grow in membership and involvement in Purdue's community, and I am so proud of all we have been able to accomplish. Another strong value that I have is family. Growing up, I was taught that family should always come first. Family to me does not just mean your immediate family. It is your extended family too, your titos and titas and kuyas and ates. For Filipinos in the diaspora, the idea of family does not only extend to blood relatives, because a lot of folks do not have their entire families living in the United States. It means taking care of other Filipinos as well, and it means helping your community. Coming to Purdue, the idea of family has also broadened. Although I do not call my friends in my community kuya and ate, I feel a similarly strong connection and obligation to them. I've been a part of FACT since my freshman year at Purdue, and these are the wonderful folks that have in my community that I extend myself to. By applying my familial values to my leadership, I've been able to better understand and listen to these folks in our organization, and through these strong ties, I know that if there is a need within our organization, I will be able to support them, and they will also be there to support me. For me, social justice and my work through FACT is an accomplishment and a triumph. I know that it is my history, my family, and my values that allow me to lead, listen, understand, and educate folks to the best of my abilities. It is about calling on my family, fellow members of FACT, doing my best work, and prevailing. It is my ancestors that allow me to reclaim my roots, to decolonize, and to allow my brown body to take up space. We all have unique histories, traditions, cultures, and values that give us our particular strengths. My personal journey may be similar to yours or may be different. But if there is one thing I have learned, it is that you do not need permission. You are allowed to take up space. Your backgrounds and stories are valuable, and you should pursue their opportunities you want, even if you are the first person with your identity to do so. It is only in this way that we diversify our spaces, our conversations, and inspire other folks who look like us to do the same.